welcome to the final week of New Year, New Army for my Tyranids. We have just about finished up this week and I will give you a quick overview of what I've been painting. First up are these Gargoyles. I painted up a small squad of 10 of them this time. These are painted in exactly the same way as the Tyranid Warriors a couple of weeks ago when I gave a tutorial for you. Same colours. There's anything different about these. The main work on these was the wings. They took a fairly length amount of time. There's a lot of washes around the wings just to try and give it that kind of pinkish, very thin skin feel, kind of bat wing style. Here we go. I'll just zoom in on the guy here. You can see the wings at the back. Lots of very thin washes of GW's Caribou Crimson around the wings, just to give it that pinkishness to the edge. Same around the mouth and around the guns as usual. So yeah, just a small harassing unit to add to my army. Next up is my favourite model of the bunch. I think I've probably enjoyed this guy more than any of the other figures I've painted so far. It is of course my Hive Tyrant. This guy's armed with a pair of Devourers along with a set of Rending Claws, which I'm using the feet for, wings and a couple of other upgrades as well. Really chuffed at how this guy came out. The wings alone took me, I think, 4 nights to paint. It was a very long job, and I think there's about 7 or 8 washes, glazes of Caribou Crimson across the edge of the wings, just really thinned down and just very gently layered up. You can see it on both the front and the back here. It's come out beautifully smooth. Really happy with how it came out. Rest of the model is just painted in the same way as the rest of the swarm. Keeps it all really nice and tight. There you go. I zoom in on the features there. You can see his face, bit of shading around the back of it. More glazes around the guns. These incredibly thin coats of white to get his tail nice and smooth, and those rather fine claws at the bottom of it. And here we are. This is what 1,000 points of Tyranid looks like. This is my starting swarm, mainly built from the Christmas Battle Force that GW released tail end of 2019. I've added a few extra bits and pieces to this, including another box of Gene Stealers, some extra Termagants I found, and a unit of Tyranid Warriors. I of course haven't used the Hormagaunts. Oh, I've added the Broodlord as well. Didn't use the Hormagaunts because I don't really fancy it. Unit of Gene Stealers, Broodlord, 3 Tyranid Warriors. Great big bunch of Termagants. It's a few more than I actually need. But it gives me some flexibility, some with Devourers, some with Flesh Borers. Gargoyles I've just painted, there we go. Swarmlord, of course, from this week's paint job. And last of all, my favourite 2 friends outside the Swarmlord, my 2 shooty Carnifexes, Dacofexes. So there we have it. That is a 1,000 point army. I'm really pleased at how they came out. I really like the switching colour schemes I use between the Tyranids and the rest of the Hive Fleet. And finally the tracker. So I think this is actually week 12. We've miscounted weeks. I've lost count of weeks because of what's going on in the world at the moment. However, I think we're about week 12 or 13. We have just about finished all of it. Unfortunately, we've not managed to record any extra games because of social distancing measures, but we will be back as soon as it's over with some more games for you guys. So thank you very much for joining us. See you again soon.